we ended up scaling really fast. It was too fast almost, and we lost a lot of money. More cold callers meant more leads, which meant more deals. Boy, was I wrong, right? So you have to move smarter, not faster. What's up, YouTube? We back with another video. It's your boy Daryl here at the Dog Pound. Last time, talking about how I removed myself from one part of my business where I was just a closer to I elevated myself to becoming a sales manager and having closers and lead managers underneath me, right? So I had a completely new role now where instead of me making calls all day, I'm actually training my team, comping deals, underwriting deals for them, and making sure everything else works on the back end. I had a talk, I ended up having a talk with one of my mentors at the time, and I asked him, do you think, like I was doing this on my own now about 4 or 5 months, and I asked him, do you think it would be wise for me to get into another partnership? I didn't want to because the last one went wrong, and the advice that I got was, if you get into a bad relationship with a girlfriend, is that going to stop you from dating girls? I said, no, it's not. Okay, why would it be the same with the partnership? Perfect. So what I did was I made a post and stuff. At this point, I'm like pretty popular in the group. Everybody, I tried to make it a point where everybody knows my name. If they didn't, I would literally tell them that means I did a bad job of providing value. So I'm at that point, and every time I make a post, I get a lot of love. So I made a post saying that I'm looking for an integrator. Man, that post went crazy. I got so many people who were saying that they wanted to be my partner. My integrator is somebody who will take all my ideas, all my visions, and put it in place and make sure that it works. So in this case, a wholesaling business, your integrators, their job is to generate leads for you. So mind you, at this point, I'm getting all free leads. I have a team, we're generating all free leads. Things are just moving a little bit slow because we're getting a lot of dead leads. So I figured if I get a partner and their job is to generate leads all day, then we'd have no problem closing multiple deals, right? Because I have a team of closers, they're pretty good. They're closing deals at this point. And if we have leads that we're actually targeting now, it's gonna be a completely different ballgame, right? So I interviewed a couple integrators. One, it was just like, we just clicked, it seemed like, and our goals were aligned. So I'm like, let's try it. I remember I said I did a lot of things just out of just impulsive, right? So I'm like, let's do it. Like, we vibe, let's do it. I made sure though this time I had an upfront contract. I remember from my last, the advice I gave in my partnership agreement, I gave an upfront contract to say, hey, we're gonna go in a dating phase, and these next 3 months we're gonna work with each other, and if we like the way things go, then we'll move forward. Actually, we said 6 months. If we like the way things go, then we'll get an LLC together. We'll continue to move forward. If not, no harm, no foul. We just did a bunch of deals together, and we'll continue to do them in the future. What I learned though was we ended up scaling really fast. It was too fast almost, and we lost a lot of money. So the arrangement was originally he had cold callers. They were cold calling for 8 hours a day, generating leads, and he was just going to generate the leads and send them to me. Now we closed a couple deals, and he's like, bro, we need to duplicate this. Let's get more cold callers. Let's get more virtual assistants. I was a bit hesitant, but I'm like, okay, let's do it, right? More cold callers in my mind then. More cold callers meant more leads, which meant more deals. Boy, was I wrong. Ended up happening was we closed one deal, and then we added about 2 or 3 more cold callers. So we went from about 2 cold callers to 6 in about 2 months. And that marketing went from about $2K a month to about $3,000-$4,000 every single month. It was actually around $5,000 every single month, and it got pricey. We weren't closing deals as much as we should have to scale to that point. So what we should have done was waited to see if it works, right? With 1 or 2, see if we can get multiple deals with 2 VAs, and if we can, great. Now let's add another one after we get the systems in place, after everything's automated, after the onboarding process is there. We didn't do that. We scaled very fast, and we lost a lot of money in a short amount of time. So we went that route because the JV model is typically slower. You need to talk to a lot more leads to get a deal than you do with cold call, right? The nation average. Because when you're doing with JV, you got to think, I'm asking people to send me dead leads. I'm saying, hey, send me the leads that don't work for you. I will turn your trash into cash. And that's exactly what they're sending you. They're sending you trash. Now, on the other hand, when you have a cold calling system, you have cold calling, you have a direct to seller model, those leads are going to be a lot hotter because you don't have a JV partner there that's in the middle that's going to snatch up all the hot deals, right? So if I'm a JV partner and I'm sending all my leads to somebody, if something comes across my table that's just a lap deal, why would I give that up and pay somebody else to do it? I can close that myself. And that was happening. So I realized we weren't getting any cash deals. We were doing a lot of creative, and I wanted to start doing some more cash deals as well, and kind of speed that up and move the process faster. A creative deal usually takes a little longer to close. Cash is faster. So that was the whole idea. But we ended up scaling and moving way too fast. So if you're going to get a virtual assistant or VAs to come in and help you in your operation, make sure you slow down a bit, right? Get one position, hire one for one position, make sure everything in that position is well documented. And that way, when you come on that VA's train, you could actually move that VA up to a higher position and bring on a new one, right? And now that whole position is documented. Everything is easy to onboard them, and you can almost use the last VA to train the new one, right? So you have to move smarter, not faster, right? You move a lot slow. If you move slower and make sure everything is done the right way, it's gonna actually help you move faster in the first place. Because even to this day, like, I took the whole last 2 weeks of the new year going into 2023 to make sure all my SOPs, my systems, my processes are in place, because I'm going to be onboarding new lead managers, new team members, and I need them to come on and be able to produce from day one, right? And I couldn't do that before because I'm busy all day. So if they ask me questions about how does this work, I'm not gonna be able to answer that, because I'm making money. I'm doing money activities, right? Money making activities, and training people is not one of them. So make sure, if you're gonna have virtual assistants, slow down, hire one first, make sure they do everything and document everything that they do, right? Everything that they do, make sure they document it, make sure they have Loom videos. You can do everything on Google Docs, Google Drive. It's free. Just make sure they're writing the repeatable processes down and step by step, so that way when you hire somebody else, they can just plug and play. So for everybody who has joined the Discord, I truly want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. Now look, let's get that being the best Discord channel in the world. Share it to as many people as you can, and I have a special surprise for the person who shares that the most and brings the most guests into the Discord channel. We have a free 30-minute one-on-one where I'm gonna help guide you, point you in the right direction in your business and life. You have girl problems, I got you, dog. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell.
I'm in a way, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in a room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way, they gotta move. I got a gas, they running, I'm